Welcome back, everybody. Well, in this video, I want to showcase a particular part of car culture that actually originated in Japan, and that Hot Wheels, well, started producing. Now, Junimai is the Hot Wheels designer that convinced Hot Wheels that they should do some of these cars. And at first they weren't sure, but then they did come up with some cool Japanese car culture vehicles. Now, these vehicles were actually inspired by the Fuji Grand Championship series from the 70s and 80s. And in the series, well, they feature race cars that, well, you could do anything you want, big wide body kits on it, big wings, front spoiler or splitter. And if you check out japancarculture.com, you'll find out all the cool stuff that is happening in Japan. And they have a very diverse car culture with everything that you could ever want. And so anyways, Hot Wheels came out with their car culture versions called Silhouettes. And it's based on these cars, basically, that are just outrageously styled. And this is a very wild Nissan Skyline. So, with that in mind, people with, their tuner cars, they didn't want something that was normal, that everybody would expect to see. So they came out with cars based on these racing versions. So as you can see, they have big wings, big splitters, wide body kits, and then of course big wild exhaust on them. So this is one I just recently found in a 10-pack, and I absolutely love this. This is part of the Art Car series. Well, let's go back to one of the first ones I found, and I thought, well, this is very cool. Love the wheels. They're open 5 spokes. And on the bottom you have the copyright, 2011. So when I first saw this, so it would come out in 2012, I thought, okay, it's just a fantasy casting, so I really didn't pay much attention to it. But years later, I thought, well, these are actually pretty cool because they're part of, like I said, the Japanese car culture. So I picked up that one, and then the next one I saw was the Galactic Express. And not only did it have this cool car, but it had the cool Japanese custom cab, which Hot Wheels has come up with a new version. Well, this is a brand new casting here, and very cool. I absolutely love this. And so this is part of that series of customizing trucks that is very cool and very unique to Japan. Well, I love the paint schemes on these things. Now, it's not everybody's style or taste, but if you check out the Japanese car culture scene, I'm sure you'll love these cars, learn to appreciate them. Now, this particular casting, I think, is based on like an early 70s Nissan Skyline. And so this was out of a 10-pack. This was out of a 5-pack. And it's a convertible version. And the chassis here is copyright 2017 Track Manga. And that's what these cars were inspired by, was racing cars. So I think it's very cool. And then, of course, recently they just came out with their tuned versions. Manga Tuner. And then, of course, we have 2 color versions of it. So I think it's very cool. Now, if you just think these are fantasy castings and are not really worth looking at, well, you should take another look at it, because these are very cool. And so I'm so glad that Hot Wheels decided to produce a bunch of vehicles, and I hope they do more. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy these, because I certainly do. And I'll catch you in the next one.